Hey beauties, afternoon to you. All right, I don't know. One thing with us, sometimes we have a way of majoring in minor and minoring in major. And I realize that it's not so much of an uproar, but it is brewing as it regards Wayne Marshall's award that he recently get, Order of Distinction. And some people saying it's not befitting because he has not really contributed tremendously in the performing arts, especially as it relates to reggae or dancehall music. And if you do a research of persons getting an honorary award, be it an Order of Distinction, CD, OJ and ON and all of that. I think the highest one is something about with national heroes. It speaks to one's character as well. I think that is maybe the paramount factor or element that they look at, as opposed to your talents. Because you have many people who are very talented, but as it regards their character, it comes into question. It seems unseeming. All right. If you have an award that only deals with your talent, then you go into that. For example, the Grammy Awards, I guess they only look at the very talent. I don't know if it's looking at character. As I'm saying, I'm only going off ignorance, meaning I don't know. Like if you get some of those awards. But as it regards being, Order of Distinction, OJ, which is higher, and so on, it speaks to your character, how you've contributed in terms of your how you operate. Are you socially fit in the society? Do you cause mayhem? Do you cause people's lives to be changed in a good way or in a bad way? You see, we have to look at these things. So, whether or not you think he's deserving of it, whether it is on the basis of his character, his family life, music, and so on, he has gotten it. People, let him celebrate. He didn't award it to himself. He didn't go and say, give it to me. They conferred it upon him. It was given to him. So don't, I understand. I know some people are, even if you feel that he's not deserving, I don't think it's something that we should have said. That should be something that you speak with in your homes, and even then be careful. That's not a good thing. I don't dabble in things that are not good. If you don't have anything good to say, just keep it to yourself. It's not a good thing. And by the way, I know that some of the vloggers were thinking that, may have been thinking that Marcia Griffiths got a similar award to Wayne Marshall. It was an upgrade. She had gotten, I think, an Order of Distinction. I don't remember, at the Commander class CD, I think it's what it's called, and it's an upgrade. It's Order of Jamaica. He got an OD, Order of Distinction, and hers is a higher. So it was an upgrade or an additional award, I don't know, but hers is higher than his. No, it wasn't similar. So it's not like you're saying, they have this stalwart in the music business, and she's in her 70s, and this is a young fellow that is in his, I don't know his age, I don't want to guess his age, but younger than her, and getting a similar award. No, she had gotten one in 2014, just as how Beres Hammond had gotten his, it may have been Order of Distinction or maybe Order of Jamaica, I'm not sure, in 2013, and UA had conferred upon him an honorary degree as well, within the same period thereabout, or the same year. So these stalwarts, like the legendary Beres Hammond, the legendary Marcia Griffiths, they had, because I said to myself, something seems odd. I'm sure that these people would have gotten already, and maybe some of the other stalwarts that we think they may not have gotten, they probably have gotten, like the John Holtz, Alton Ellis's, and, you name those back in the day singers and music giants in our country. I'm sure that they would have gotten something already. I didn't bother to research all of them, but just so you know, because I heard a vlogger talking about, how you put Marcia Griffiths against Wayne Marshall against the great Marcia Griffiths or something like that. I'm putting it in my way. No. It would have been either I don't know if they call it an upgrade or it's an additional award, but even then it is still higher than the award that he had gotten. His is OD, hers is OJ. All right, guys. So and as I said, Beres Hammond has gotten an award already, and maybe it's an OJ. I know he has gotten an OD, honorary doctorate, and so on, and probably other awards. And as time goes on, I'm sure that he will get others. So We have to be very careful, my beauties. But I'm saying, at least allow Wayne Marshall to enjoy it. He did not confer it upon himself. He did not ask for it. I don't think somebody would do that. I'm not saying you don't have people out there who would do that. You know, I even heard one person say that, you know, if he got it on the basis of being a good father and all of that. No, it could not just be on the basis of being a good father. The reality is that if you Google his name, I don't think you will come up with some sort of hideous comments. Let me put it that way. I use the word hideous. Some kind of character flawed comments or you know, and it doesn't mean that if you were imprisoned. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned falsely, but if they can prove that you're imprisoned on the basis of some infraction, something that you would have done that is not good in terms of your relationship, you know, if you're a man, your relationship, your romantic relationships with women, do you promulgate a healthy marriage life, you know, is your name being called in something that is unseeming, negative? I made a video about that. These things you have, that is why I spoke to character, not personality. Personality is who you are. In personality is your, when I say who you are, in terms of if you're extroverted, if you're flamboyant, or you're more, you know, introverted and simple and so on. These things is you know, our personality. You know, if you like the tea hot or cold. But character has to do with if you're meek, if you're mild, if you have self-control, you know, you respect people. When you speak to people with respect. You know, your character we're talking about, who you really are behind closed doors and to the public. As I said, I don't know Wayne Marshall personally, neither does he know me. I don't know what he does behind closed doors. What I've noticed is that I've not heard his name called in anything that is negative. Even when he was doing his music, you know, the lyrics, I won't tell you that they're over the top, something that is just so classy and great, but I don't think it was stained with anything that would cause people to stray and to be deviants in the society. There were just nice songs, you know, the Marshall in Town, and, you know, that kind of vibe that you would get, you know, with the Sing J thing and all of that. So, you know, you have to look at these things, beautiful people. And what we need to understand, timing is also important. It may be his time and tomorrow may be your time. You know, if something is conferred upon people, thank them, be thankful, and you know, praise them. And when I say praise, not like how you praise God. You know, a woman who fears the Lord ought to be praised. You show honor to them and respect. When you do that, it comes back to you. But if you grumble and you complain like the children of Israel, you will not see the promised land. God doesn't bless an ugly attitude. You know, don't do that. Let him bask in it. You know, he feels good. He feels good. And, you know, I mean, he has been contributing, you know, some healthy family life, which is key. People, I don't think you understand the importance of family life. Family is number one outside of God. Because it's like a replica of heaven in a sense. So when a man promotes a man in the dancehall industry that people take as men who are promiscuous, they don't value women, they abuse women, you know, that is the feeling behind men in the dancehall. And you have him and you have Agent Sasko who promote a healthy family life. It is right for us to, you know, support them. It is right. You know, he's our Jamaican brother, guys. No, man, don't. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that you can't. Your feelings, you know, if you're not coming from a bad place, I understand, you know, not everything is on the guise of bad mind. I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad mind in the way we know envy and jealousy in a malicious and malignant way. I suppose there are people out there who feel that there are other artists, if it is on the basis of his contribution to the reggae dancehall industry or even family life and so on, who could get it, because you have good fathers and husbands and so there, you know, who give back into their communities and all of that. But he's popular. You have to look at that as well. If they don't know you, then you can't give to something that you don't know, you know. So even if you're a good father out there, or a good husband, you know, and you do something, if it is not promulgated, if it is not put to the fore, they can't nominate what they don't know or confer upon you who they don't know, you know. So you can't look at it like that. He's a popular man in the business for over 20, what I said for 24 years, you know, in terms of his music, and then the online thing, that the comedic thing that he does, or the family life that he portrays with his wife and children, you know. So I mean, if you see somebody promoting healthy family life, that's an important element. If the families were healthy in our country, a lot of the crime and violence would have been mitigated by far. So people, you know, just celebrate the man, please. Stop now. Don't say him should I give back this and all kinds of nonsense. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message.